Traditions are sacred in the South. The Masters, SEC football, and fried chicken anytime. Now, add one more. Pull up a chair, fix your glass, and get ready for some good old-fashioned Southern charm. Welcome to Success and Sweet Tea, a podcast dedicated to your success in business, lifestyle, and relationships, all with a shot of Southern magic. And now, coming to you from deep in the heart of the Southland, get ready for an engaging conversation with your new favorite Southern couple, Doug and Vicki Miles.
Hello and welcome back to Success and Sweet Tea. This is episode 2 of 3 of Doug and Vicki's interview with Faulkner University President Mitch Henry. If you've not had a chance to listen or watch part 1 of their interview, please take time to do so. In this part, President Henry will discuss how Faulkner is impacting education, healthcare, economics, and access to justice in the region that Faulkner is located in Alabama, as well as nationwide.
Mitch, I want to talk to you for a minute about the university today, about what is happening right here in Alabama and Montgomery, and how it's affecting not only our state but our nation and the world. What is Faulkner doing right now today to prepare these kids that are coming here, that parents have entrusted to you, to prepare them for a good life, a successful life, a life that will be full and running over with the things that we've been talking about today?
Well, I want to start to answer that question by asking you both a question. All right, you've lived in the South all your life. As a region, what are some of the things that the South consistently ranks near the bottom compared to other states?
Well, education
is
one
pure
of them.
Education.
Yes.
Another is healthcare.
Yes.
Another is economic success.
Absolutely.
And another is access to justice, criminal justice, access to justice. Faulkner is impacting this country and this region in all 4 of those areas. Let's talk about it.
Yes.
Education. We just hired, the first person I hired at this university was a young lady named Dr. Sandy Ledwell. She is our new College of Education Dean. Sandy Ledwell ran the STEM program, is it Science, Technology, Engineering, Math, for the state of Alabama. And I hope that the state folks will forgive me, but we lured her away.
And she got a good one.
Yes. She is, and all of our faculty in our College of Education are preparing young people to be ready for the classroom. Our college participants, our students, are getting in the classroom during their junior year. We've got a new superintendent of education here in Montgomery, got him on our campus very quickly, connected him with Sandy. He wants to bring our students into the classroom their sophomore year. So we're having student teaching internships happening very early on. One thing that you may have noticed, whether it's in a rural setting where children are underserved or in an urban setting, an inner city type school, we have children graduating from our colleges and universities who are knowledgeable about teaching but not prepared to teach these underserved children.
Well, there's so many people that what you just described, that person scares others that would love to be a teacher because they don't know how to react to them. They're nervous around them.
Yes.
They can't be themselves. They can't function like they normally would. And so rather than them having a good relationship and teaching that individual, they first have to figure out, how am I going to deal with this individual?
You know, that's so true. That's so true, Doug. And the way that we're helping prepare our students at our College of Education is to give them the knowledge that they need to have some expectations before they get to the classroom. So we're looking at urban education. We're looking at those rural underserved students and preparing our students who are going to become teachers on how to meet those specific needs. It's difficult to teach a child in the inner city who may not be getting all the meals they need to get
Absolutely.
At home.
Yes.
There's some ways that you can help if you're prepared. The other thing is we're getting our teachers in the classroom in those school environments so that they can experience it. The worst thing that could possibly happen to a teacher or to a school is for a new teacher to come out of college equipped and certified, go to an inner city or an underserved classroom rurally, have a terrible experience, and then walk away.
Right.
That's right.
They don't know how
There's
to
been
react.
so much
Right.
investment there. So Dr. Ledwell and the university, we're interested in serving in that way. Another way in education, we're looking for and making sure that we help equip teachers for continuing education and for advanced degrees. We offer master's degrees to teachers that are in the school system, and they can concentrate in different areas. Have a special certification, for instance, related to dyslexia.
Wow.
And for that, it's important for us because we have a keen interest in serving children who are disabled and who are diagnosed with autism. We have built out, and we'll talk about healthcare in a little bit, but we've built out a college of health science that has an operating clinic within it that has a subclinic for autistic children as well. And so we are building those connections between our College of Education and the children that come on our campus to receive speech therapy or occupational therapy or physical therapy in those programs.
But you keep saying a word that keeps resonating with me. You teach your students, your teachers to serve,
Yes.
serve. You're always going back to their hearts. You're shaping their hearts, not just their minds.
That's so
and
true.
that's what makes a student many times that graduates from Faulkner different than another student in another school.
You're sweet to say that, and it's true.
I'm just seeing it. I just know it.
It's true. We get such good feedback. I've got friends and neighbors in this community who have come to me just within the last 6 months and said they'll give a name of a student, one of our education majors, and say their student teaching in our elementary school, and they are unbelievable. If we can possibly hire this young person, we want to do that. And it's because our students do truly care and do want to serve. And
It makes you feel good.
Oh,
doesn't
it does. It really does. And our faculty in the College of Education, they care. One of our goals is to explore building out an urban and rural education institute. And that is a medium range goal for us, and we're serious about it.
Yes.
And having Dr. Ledwell here is one of the first components of us building that out. So that's education. Let's talk about healthcare.
Let's do.
Healthcare. Our school has spent $16 million so far building a college
Well,
of
they
health
say
sciences.
where you put your money is where you have your heart, so go right ahead.
We've got wonderful, wonderful folks who are donors and supporters of this university. My predecessor, Dr. Mike Williams, and his wife were wonderful advocates for bringing a College of Health Sciences here on our campus, so it's brand new. If you've come to our campus on the Atlanta Highway, if you're familiar with this area of Montgomery, there's a shopping center next door across, some people will call it a ditch, but I call it a water feature.
Yes.
Between us and the shopping center
How
area.
southern of you.
So the Southerners don't call things exactly what they
No,
are.
we do not.
We like to be indirect. And,
Yes.
And so across
Don't
our
wanna
water
offend the ditch.
Right.
across our water feature, where the Burlington Coat Factory used to be,
That was the
huge
old
building.
TG&Y shopping center
Years ago, yes, sir. And so we have built that out. We've got a little bit more construction to do on it, but it is operating. And so we have a PA school physician's assistant.
Right.
You get a physician's assistant degree. It's a very much sought after degree.
Yes, it is.
Amongst surveys that I've seen where healthcare folks rank their job satisfaction, PA consistently ranks number 1 or number 2.
I'm not surprised.
It's above most physicians. It's above nursing. So, wonderful school. Very, very challenging to get in. If you want to get there, you need to do well in school. We give preference to our undergraduate students that study health science here at Faulkner to get into the school. But last year, I think we had 300 applicants for 50 slots.
Wow.
Real pleased to report, I think our passage rate this year on the certification test is almost 88%. I think 87.5 somewhere in there percent. So we're doing a great job teaching our students. We just that was our first cohort of students that took that exam.
That was the number 1 cohort group?
Very first cohort.
87.5%.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
What a
is wonderful.
success.
So we're thrilled about that, and we've got, in addition to that, we have speech and language therapy, and we have both a fully accredited speech and language traditional program, and we have an online speech and therapy program.
Okay.
there. We, through that program, have offered free clinical visits for disabled children and adults, and those who aren't, but speech screenings, hearing testing. We have done that for 20,000 plus.
20,000 kids.
Now that's
Yes.
a service.
Yes, for free.
Yes.
For free. Now, all that started before I got here, but I want you to know I'm committed as president of the university to make sure that we keep offering that free service. And I'm also committed that we expand it to our other clinical offerings, and that is physical therapy and occupational therapy. Just last week, and this is the first time I've shared this publicly, just last week we received approval from the state Certificate of Need Board to operate our clinic, not just for speech therapy, but for physical therapy and occupational therapy.
Congratulations.
Yes.
So we're so thrilled about
You
that.
should be.
Another success.
Yes, so in the fall,
Get that T out.
yes, in the fall we will be offering clinical services for physical therapy and occupational therapy. That is particularly helpful in the subclinic that we have there for autism. Most children that are diagnosed with autism have a need for speech therapy. Sometimes they're language delayed. They also have a need for physical therapy
Right.
and occupational therapy. And we serve not only children, but autistic adults and disabled adults. And there's a clinical program related to occupational therapy where we're teaching them how to live on your own or to live with a roommate. We've got a fully equipped laboratory with beds and stoves and refrigerators and all the things that they would need to learn and to get more skilled in their occupation or their daily living activities. So children that need those services will not have to go get their physical therapy over here and their occupational therapy over here and speech therapy here. We can set it up all in the same clinic.
Comprehensive health care.
Absolutely.
And
comprehensive and collaborative.
Yes, and collaborative.
And you have an apartment, I expect, or a place for them to learn how to live.
Absolutely. For those older disabled adults. And, you know, we have folks that come to us who have suffered a stroke, and they need speech therapy. They need help with physical therapy, occupational therapy. So not just disabled children who are autistic or who have other disabilities. This helps all of our patients with comprehensive and collaborative care. We've even set the building up there, and I need to give you guys a tour sometime.
Yes.
Set the building up so that our professors, we don't have a section for our speech therapy faculty, and over here, the occupational therapy faculty. They're all mixed up. You'll have speech therapy, occupational therapy, physician's assistant, physical therapy, all along, so they see one another.
So it's truly collaborative.
It is truly collaborative with one another, and that has been our focus, and it is already reaping wonderful rewards and great success. I had
Yes.
nothing to do with that. My predecessors, our Dean of the College of Health Sciences is Leah Fullman. She and her team have done a wonderful job helping set up our college there, and we're impacting healthcare in this region. We've got wonderful partnerships with our local hospitals. Met with Russ Tyner at Baptist a few weeks ago, Jackson Hospital, other East Alabama Hospital in Opelika. We have a lot of students being placed for clinical visits there. Doctors and physicians in this area have welcomed us with open arms.
Yes.
They're helping train these students by allowing them to work in their clinics as well, in clinical programs. So it's wonderful what impact we're having on
Yes.
healthcare here in this region.
You really are directly influencing that, and just the very fact that you have been granted entrees into those types of facilities speaks so well of your program.
Well, it's a blessing. We've got some of the best folks in the world, and
Yes.
the nice thing about it is they truly believe and practice and mentor their students to be the hands and the feet of Jesus. I mean, Jesus was the greatest physician that there ever was.
Absolutely.
And so they integrate faith into their program. Whether the students are Christians or not, they get the benefit of seeing how that spiritual component can be a part of the healing process.
Thank you for joining us for part 2 of Mitch Henry's interview with Doug and Vicki. Please join us in 1 week for part 3 as President Henry tells us more about Faulkner University's programs, including their new esports team and scholarships, the law school, business, and more. As always, you can find Success in Sweet Tea at any time on our YouTube channel, Success in Sweet Tea, as well as our Facebook page. And of course, all podcast channels you can find us. Just look up Success in Sweet Tea. See you in 1 week.